What? Huh? What's happening? Huh? What? What's happening? What? Huh? Why am I zoomed in? What's happening? Huh? Okay. Okay. Well, this isn't where I'm supposed to be. Hold on. Oh fuck, I fucked up. Oh, I know what's happening. I know what's happening. Well, I fucked up a few things, but I know what's happening. I'm very aware of what's going wrong here. It's not something that will be fixed on tonight's stream, but maybe in a future stream. Music. So, let's first off get something out of the way. I have updated PNG Tuber Remix, which is what I'm using. PNG Tube Remix, which is what I'm using to project myself onto this screen at such a veritably beautiful way. Now, you're gonna notice I didn't do an emote there. And I'm gonna be doing emotes no matter what, but it's just, I wish to prepare your mind for, the occasion that this is not exactly what I have, wanted. Did you see it? Because I'm sure seeing it. It's not good. Oh, fuck me. This sucks. I mean, listen. This face looking at you. These are pretty good. These work. But for some reason, you can see the issue, right? I don't have to spell it out for you. Everything's just like going all Willy Wonka, crazy wazy, all over the place. and this is admittedly, I mean, my own fault. I could very much, of my own accord, change back to an earlier version just so it does not do that. The reason I am not is because I'm going to be hopefully updating to this version, and I might as well, you know, just not care. I don't know. It doesn't matter in the end. Like this is at least motivating me to want to update the model. I'm figuring out that PNG Tube Remix is actually pretty good, and that I should probably be using it instead of trying to get a software that I have no idea about, try to learn Adobe Animate, get all that bullshit. So I'm gonna be seeing if I can just like figure out, like I always have, figure out how to use PNG Tube Remix to the best I can, because I think it's possible. I think I'm misusing it greatly, considering how many separate PNGs I have in just this model alone, and it's not good. It's not good. And hopefully that can be amended, and everything can be looking fine, looking dandy, looking beautiful. Something that was also added in the new update of PNG Tube Remix was lip sync. So that's something I veritably want to try it as well, because you notice my teeth just going. That's not very amusing. That's not very fun. so hopefully I can be able to add a bit more mouth movements to, because I think should be infinite PNGs. I just don't think that's a good idea. You can see how that's probably a bad idea. You'll notice some updates to everything around me. You won't notice it, obviously. You probably just heard our microwave beep a bit. That is reminding me to get my dinner, because because I am going to probably be snacking while I'm making art. Hey, that's good. I usually don't eat at night. You won't notice it, obviously, but what is for dinner? Some heated up leftovers of a Vietnamese restaurant that my wife brought me to. I have a yeah, I did not get married. Hold on, let's raise the hand for a moment. Let's raise the hand for a moment. Hold on, once again, you can see how fucked up everything is. I raise the hand to a full stop. I did not get married. This is a weird thing that I'm doing with a friend that we are like just like really involved, that I'm involved with, that we're doing like a bit. We're doing a bit. We're doing a bit. What does that mean? We're doing a bit of being wives. We're doing a bit of being wives. The bit is we are wives. Yes. I still have my girlfriends. None of them have become wives. This is a friend that just like visits me a lot, and we just decided to because dating's weird. I love a lot of things. So much, and it's everything's so fucking weird. Hold on, I'm gonna go get my food. I'm very much not going to explain my dating, or at least dating. I'm not going to explain my dating life, and my weird everything, because I did that with my therapist back when I was living in Oregon, and I could feel the fatigue every week. When I stopped having issues with my ADHD, because we had gotten past all the aspects of like, here's how we can help you with your ADHD. I was like, great, that's great. We had gotten past all of that, and so all that was left was to focus on my emotional issues, and all of my emotional issues were tied to the polycule I had at the time, and I had to like explain. So here's what's happening with this person, and it was a lot. And I could, once again, I could feel the fatigue coming off of him. It wasn't good for him. When we scheduled our last therapy session when I was moving back here, he did not call. and I didn't know whether or not that was because he forgot, or I forgot, or he just hated me. He was a nice dude. He was a nice dude. He was a good therapist. He was a really wonderful dude. I played like Uno chess with him when it wasn't like the pandemic, He was an awesome therapist. I just it was like the everything is crazy about that. Anyways, yes. So you might sometimes hear me talk about a wife. You might hear me sometimes talk about girlfriends. You might see some of them in chat. And I'm just going to have to hope that you think that's normal, because it's normal to me, and I'm not going to give any more explanations of that. Anyways, the thing that changed is that I've disabled the chat boxes on the little guys. They are just little guys now. They are not going to be the chat anymore, because I feel like the chat boxes coming from them were very obtrusive to everything. I watched back the Enna VODs. First off, I probably should not have done that 8-bit filter. It kind of blowed. I wanted to see about editing them. It'd be like, hi, look at me, ignore the Marcy. Hi, look at me, ignore the Marcy. Exactly. They're too obtrusive. They're cute. They're cute. Look at them. They're cute. You get to customize them. That's nice. That's pretty rad. Why me? You were the one I saw, and unfortunately, here. Equality. I'll also launch Finch. So at all times there will be a little chat box on screen. The horizontal ones. You'll see that the horizontal ones are now very correspondent to what chat is saying. That is because I fixed them. Because I'm a good streamer, and I want things to be normal. and the little chat boxes that the little guys were having they didn't fit a lot of text, for one. For two, they didn't fit any emotes. They didn't. You know what? How we'll explain this is that the chat boxes are like the little guys are projecting their thoughts onto the chat boxes so that they can be heard by me in some sort of weird way, and I can ignore it, and I can go on with my life instead of those pesky little chat bubbles. You were given too much freedom of speech, and I hated it. Ugh. Everything's just been so wacky. Other updates of my life, I might be moving. Not like before the summer. And this isn't like related to like a trip to like somewhere. This is like actually like moving closer to my girlfriends and wife. Well, my wife will actually be moving me to the place every easier. Everybody is moving this year, it seems. Yeah, that's crazy. Everything's crazy. Everything's insane. Roblox sip.mp3. Was that actually that candid? Nom nom nom. Shit. It sounds just like it. That's hey, who needs a soundboard when you have me? Yeah, everything. Yeah, I'm gonna be moving, which will be really good for me, for you, chat, for everyone, because to get to me, everyone has to drive so fucking long, and this just makes it easier for me to just be in a more convenient place, so that I can draw, and so that I can also be in a place where people are able to socialize with me. I'm bringing my private life and my social life in a more easily accessible place for me. And that's wonderful! I'm happy! I'm so happy! I'm ecstatic about that. It's insane how much it bothers me whenever I'm so far away from my drawing tablet because I want to draw. Do you realize how long it's been since I streamed last? It's been 7 days. It's been a week. It's been a week, chat. And the last time I streamed wasn't even that good. No. It's been 8 days, chat. It's been 8 days. It's been more than a week. And I would like to grantedly apologize to just based off of that. A week is there are 4 weeks in a month, chat. And a month is how long a subscription lasts. Do you realize how much of a waste of money I am giving to a person by not streaming? That sucks. No one should have to waste their money on a streamer that doesn't stream. So I'm going to be trying to stream. And I'm going to be trying to make things better. I'm going to be trying to make things awesome. It's just like everything's like, I also want to socialize with people, and I don't want to stream whilst I'm socializing with a person because it's boring for the person that is in my house just watching me talking to a screen. But it's also like, I want to draw, I want to be an entertainer. Everything's crazy. I can see why Aaron Anson Egoraptor quit high school and just went on to become a YouTuber. As much as I would never fucking do that because that's insane. And I did complete high school. I'm gonna take a bite of fried rice. I got, chat, at this Vietnamese restaurant I was talking about earlier, I got fried rice with steak. And I also got boba tea. And it was delicious. Yeah, I could get a refill on that boba tea because it is $6. And I drunk through that shit in like 5 minutes. I'll take a piece of rice. I'll take a piece of rice and eat it. Other news, hold on, before I take this bite of this piece of rice, because I literally like picked it up and had it at my mouth. Is always where they always get you, but it's always really good. But it was just a cup of boba, and it felt like a big drop in the already giant bill that this fancy restaurant was giving us. Which thankfully, my wife did have like a good discount because she works at one of the restaurants that this place was a subsidiary of. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, we got a good discount, and that was really nice. Also other news, because I just like said I'll take a piece of rice and eat it. I'm doing a VA role. I don't know if I'm allowed to speak on this. No, I think I am. I think ATS is not going to be a jonkler about this. A joker, a fool, no, not a fool, a prude. Yes, I'm doing a VA role. Yeah, I have talked very much about a friend's project on these past streams, Riddle Sandwich. I've talked about the one specific character in it that I keep telling chat about that looks like a butch lesbian. Because he does look like a butch lesbian. I'm voicing a character in it, and her name is... I think I did talk about this last time, but I actually did finish the lines this past week, and I'm currently seeing ATS work on it. I'm playing the wonderful, beautiful Skunk. Hold on, let me get a picture of her on screen. Let me see if I can grab her. Here's a here's. Let me get one of the pictures he shared on his social media. because I think that would be more apt than looking through our DMs and not knowing what's good for me to share. Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Yep. Behold, skunk. Yep, that's true. There we go. There you are, man. Fuck. The AT aesthetic. Alright. Let me save this image. And let me put this on stream. Alright. So. Let me quickly. So, hold on. Before I go on further. This is the guy I was saying looks like a butch lesbian. Alright, let's move on because I've talked about this guy enough on these streams. Yes, very wicked designs. This is the character I'm voicing, which is very exciting. If you go into the AT aesthetic, you can see these words more clearly. I'm sure you can on your screen, but you know, just in case. The AT aesthetic on Blue Sky, on Tumblr, I believe. The is part of the no. Okay. The AT aesthetic. Well, that's weird. I don't know why I did it like that. Is that why did it crop out the V? It cropped out the V. There we go. I'm just gonna post the link. Fuck all this hullabaloo. Let's just post the link. It hates Viz. It does? Interesting. But yes, I'm gonna be voicing this character, and this is exciting. I got to do my voice. I literally was like, I started reading the script in front of ATS, and he was like, yeah, your regular voice is like just kind of fits. Just go for that. And I record the lines while my wife was over, and she laughed at one of the lines, but she didn't laugh loud enough for it to catch on the mic, thankfully. And I had a good time, and he said these are fucking great, and now I've just been like watching him work on the project since, which has been fun. He keeps sending me MP3s, MP4s on what's been going on, and it's so exciting. I've been continuing to watch clips of Anna Dream Barbecue, and I keep being so inspired by wanting to do animation and doing like voice stuff and doing like comics and stuff. My aspirations are big, possibly too big for my britches, and yet I have these suspenders to hold them up. What format is it? Like, what format is it? Like limited animation? The suspenders made me sneeze. They tickled me. Or maybe your question did. Nope, it was the salt from the fried rice. Possible salt, pepper. I've been having a hard time with pepper nowadays. I don't know why. Anytime I put some salt and pepper on a sandwich at the sandwich shop, it's been hell, I'll tell you. But limited. It's if you know what is it, like King's Quest? If you remember what is it? Worthy Kids short. Where about the apple, about the poisonous apple. It's sort of like that, if you remember that. And it looks pretty fun. It looks pretty good. It's neat. Yeah. Finch knows what's up. I'm gonna actually take a fucking bite of this rice. It tastes so good. Hi! Free apple? Yeah, free apple. I'm basically involved in a project that revolves around that. And that's, well, not revolves around that, but revolves, like, is inspired by that. And I'm excited. I'm excited. Yay! Everyone's been talking about how I'm such a good voice I'd be such a good voice actor. And I finally did it. I'm a part of someone else's project. And that's exciting. Stream delay 1 million years. Yes, that's what happens when you're on mobile, which I assume you are, considering you're about to go to sleep. Howdy, Mouse. Thank you for coming on by. Let's see. Unfortunately, I've not done much progress on your commission. I very much apologize. I'm hopefully going to be doing that at some point soon. But I'm gonna be trying to see if I can. So the roster, or not the roster. What is it called? The itinerary. The itinerary for today's stream is that I'm going to be seeing if I can animate something. Post it on socials, I'll share it. Oh, the finished product or the what my friend's doing. Once again, stream delay is killing my poor mobile viewer. How saddening! Oh. Yeah, so I'm gonna be seeing if I can practice some more animation. I did that little like bat swinging practice animation that I the other day, and I thought that was fun. But I'm gonna be seeing if I can do something a little bit grander, because I've had this like storyboard in my head. Let's move to the other. Let's turn on the TV, shall we? Hold on. That was not a burp, that was a cry for help, if anything. Oh, that, fuck! When I zoom out, it fucking came out. Damn it. Anyways, hi. Hi, everyone, hi. Oop, hold on. Uh-oh, something fucked up is happening. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. Uh-oh. There's two of me. Uh-oh, that's not what I want to do. Uh-oh, everything's fucky wucky. Ah, ba, da, ba. Which fucking tab am I in? Hello? Hello? Okay. Sorry, something happened. Just got by ad, so I'm double dead, Lamau. Post the thing your voice acting in whenever. Get the fuck. Go to sleep! Thank you for coming on by. Oh, but yes, you'll see now that the chat has been moved upward. To the upside of the screen. And that should hopefully be satisfactory for everyone. Yes, you have ascended. Yes, satisfactory. This will hopefully be a lot more, hopefully be more, you know, legible for, like, VODs than the little, chat bubbles, because they were not very legible, if I may be honest. And as someone that wants to hopefully, you know, what is it called? Edit these down one day. You know, you gotta... Are you acting in Riddle Sandwich? Yeah! Yeah! I'm acting in Riddle Sandwich! Oh my god! Sorry, my rice almost got flip-flopped out of my hand. Yes, I'm acting. I'm going to be Skunk. Very exciting. The rice scared me. Exactly. No, that was just me vocalizing Mouse's big ol' scream. It's really good rice. I swear. Fuck. It's not a big project. It's just gonna be an animation, but I'm involved as one of the voice actors for the characters, and that's fun. Yeah, yippee! I guess that's a pretty big project. He's been working so fucking hard on it. It's amazing. ATS is like he's a friend and also an inspiration, and I think that's like the best friend you can have when it comes to like animation. Oh, but yes, I'm gonna be doing some animation. Let me you're gonna hear some computer noises in just a moment. His Fucked Up Owls comics, yeah. He makes some really good horror shit. Also inspirational me because of that. Oh, hold on. There we go. Forgot to have this on. Where is it? Where is anything? I'm confused. What was I about to do? Oh yeah. His art is so fucking cool. It's how me and ATS met was we were part of this art collab where we all basically drew our OCs in like a little grid. Let me see if I can grab like the file of this collab, because it's pretty damn cool. Let's see, where would I have put it? Heads Up. Okay, it's in a thing called Heads Up. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. So me and him were part of this. A lot of other artists were a part of this, mind you. But you can see where my character is and his character is. He is in the top left, I'm at the bottom right. This over here. Well, fuck, can you work? Hello? Hold on. More computer noises. Why isn't it working? What the fuck? The fuck? Hello? Oh, this is kinda annoying. Oh, chat, if I'm not able to get this working, then I might not be able to do stream. Wah. It's not the drawing tablet, it's the why am I not talking? Hello? What the fuck is happening? Hello? You're able to hear me, right? Oh, there we go. Oh, this is annoying. I have a little thing that I use as my shortcuts. For my shortcuts. Delayed wahing? Hi, I'm Wah. So I use a little thing for my shortcuts called a tour box. And what was happening a few streams ago was that it was not doing the undo button. The undo button was getting stuck. It was continually undoing things. which was annoying. Wah! Which very annoying. So it took a few like replugs and unplugs and replugs to get it back to working again. Come on, reconnect. Is something wrong with the wire? Oh shit! This is the weird awful cable. I totally forgot about this weird awful cable. Hold on. What's wrong with you today, weird awful cable? This is like a cable that is a remnant of when I had a dog. So the dog chewed on this cable at some point, and it's been working fine for my Xbox controller. Oi, oi, oi. Demons and marbles. Hello, humans, demons, and marbles. Ooh, there's marbles in the chat? I did not know that. Howdy. Okay, come on. This is so strange. Oh, we're currently going through the pains of a of technical issues. Everything's working. Never mind. There's no technical issues. I win, and we can continue working on things forever. So there's a bunch of artists here that I worked with for the collab, but oh, thank you, Xenostar Alt, for following. Thank you. Yay! This was ATS's case. This was Skunk. This was ATS's. This is what ATS submitted for the collab, and I drew her like this because I don't know why. I was going through a very. I mean, I'm always going for a very shapy like vibe in every piece I do, but in this one in particular, I just like went very fucking squares and shapes for Skunk. And blood as always. If there's a character that I'm gonna love, she has to have some blood. And there's also all these other characters. You might recognize some of them. This is a character. The main character for a game someone is making. I think her name is Lorraine, or she's a garbage dump. She's a garbage person. It's someone's making a platform about that. I think this character is actually this was a main character for a platformer game, a 2D platformer game that was played by Vinny Vinesauce on stream, which I think is very fun. You know what? Fuck it. Let me see if I can find this character, this artist, because my curiosity. It has been piqued. Lorraine. Well, that's not going to be the name of the person's account, of course. Let me see if who I'm following. Wah 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 wah. Wah 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 wah. Where art thou? Oh, okay, I found it. And this is a person called Super Squidoodles, making a platformer, and this is the main character. Which when I like saw that they were making a platformer of this character, and I drew her way before that, I was like, man, that's freaking sick. This is another person that I know, and what is it called? Not friends, but like we sometimes like I see her follow me, I see her like some posts of mine, I'm like, oh cool, great, that's awesome, oh yay. This is Toasty TV on Blue Sky. This is Comet, And yeah, this was also really fun to draw. But and this was the character I submitted. Her name is she her. And yeah. Oh, this is another person that I think is cool and awesome, but I don't remember. Here, I'll see if I can find the artist behind this one as well for my curiosity satiation as well. What can I say? If I remember an artist, that I'll make sure that I give credits where credits due. There we go. Here's the artist for this OC as well. Izzy Bops. Sorry, I this was fun. That was a very fun collab. I really want to do more collabs like that in the future, because it got me to meet a lot of artists, and I mean, it got me to meet ATS, so it was clearly a net positive. And hopefully the person that did that first one, oh la la la, new fun artist to check out. Exactly. Always, if someone recommends you an artist, always give them the time of day to at least check out what art they have, because it's so fun. Hooray! It's nice to see how many people are just doing art, and what many different ways they're being done in. That's what I'm always happy about. Okay, so the animation I'm thinking about, when I was thinking about this all the way where I was in, let me see if I can find it. So I made a human Marcy design. If I've not talked about it before, I'm in a SMP, a Minecraft SMP. And Marcy has recently fucked up so bad that she needs a disguise, finally. And the disguise that has been put upon her is this human disguise. But chat, Marcy is still in there. What'd Marcy do this time? She angered the fucking world. When you make a Minecraft SMP, you also sometimes want to explain the mechanics of Minecraft, such as the zombies, the skeletons, the why are people respawning, what systems are at play in making this happen. Marcy has her own system, of course. I mean, I have my own system. I respawn by getting replaced by another Marcy each time I die. It's a very fucked up and cruel process, but I wouldn't have it any other way. But everyone else in the SMP responds via a giant supercomputer that is stored away somewhere else, and is sentient, first off, and second off, has closed us all in a giant dome that basically allows that power to respawn, to have the lifesteal plugin happen, to have people have an inventory for zombies and skeletons to appear. The system basically has all that happen. Some of these are like glitches, some of them are just like native to the world, and the system's just like making it happen. And the system the supercomputer has a friend. She has made a friend with a robot that belonged to the same company as it, that made it. And Marcy, in her great bouts of wisdom and wily antics, decided to steal this robot in the hopes that she could see about learning more about it, so that because her main goal is to kill the system at the moment. kill the supercomputer. And she knows the robot is close to the supercomputer, and so she tried to get more information out of the robot by like connecting it to a computer she like found. What happened was that the supercomputer got angry. The supercomputer got pissed. The supercomputer controls the whole entire fucking world. And so the supercomputer teleported Marcy increasingly distant miles away from the robot because Marcy kept trying to go back to where the robot was and mess with it some more. And Marcy got teleported 20,000 miles away to a cabin of a murder victim she had killed like a long time ago. And Marcy was like, okay, I'm very far away. This is kind of fucked up. I really fucked up. This is not good. And so what Marcy did was well, first off, she didn't walk all the way back home. She put a gun to her chest and then pulled the trigger, and she had a replacement be put back in where the main area is. And this new Marcy had to be put into a disguise, a human disguise, in any attempt for Marcy to not be killed more than she already does every fucking second of every day, because she is threat number one to everyone at this point. And this is just like something that her goddess has hoped will change that in some way. Wife steal plugin? No, not wife steal. What? Damn. Chat. No cucking. No cucking. There will be no cucking on the menu. Put your mind out the gutter, or I'll put your body in one. Oh. Get her. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. I'm gonna kill you. For real. But yeah. Essentially inside this, well, the animation I want to do is like, is Marcy, like, coming out the mouth of this human, like, disguise. It's just so it's like known that this disguise is not who she is. Inside the disguise there are bones, but it has been stripped of all muscles, just so Marcy can like be inside it like a weird water balloon. And control it with her own blood body. Bones versus bones, who'd win? Exactly. Alright, now we're doing art. I'm gonna turn up the volume of the music. Let me make this a bit smaller. What the hell? Continue. Don't stop the music. Let me quickly add a whole bunch more frames, just so I don't run out. She looks so alien. Which, I mean, is fair. I did crash land in on like a meteor in this universe. She's rubber and blood, exactly. What are your pointers for designing characters? I don't know. I've always ascribed to somewhat of the like the shape thing that has always been said of like pointy characters, pointy stuff, square stuff. You know, I think the shape is the hardest part. I don't know. I always think like shape is the easy part. I'm a very shapy person when it comes to character designs though, I guess. Like you trying to find the right shape, I think. I guess that's fair. Something I did when revisiting some character designs that I did, you'll notice that a lot of these shapes that I have on Madison over here are you'll notice that, like, of course some standout shapes are like the orbs, but that's just kind of like they're so small that it's not really that much of a big shape that will make an impression on the eye. What will make the impressions are the squares. Madison herself is a very defensive character. She does not like she's not very I don't know how to say it. Not very she's not isolationist. That's not fucking what introverted. She's introverted. Chat, I finally figured out a word. She's very introverted. You'll see that with like guarded. She's very guarded. You'll notice that with a lot of the squares. I changed a lot of her design from what it was before, which was, let me see if I can find it for her. You'll notice that a lot of her design before was very sharp, very pointy. Not long. She never had long sleeves. She was very sharp, very short, very pointy. And you're thinking of someone and I never really felt like it felt right. What's her dog's name? Right. And yes, I changed her hair to be a bit more like squarey because I felt like that fit right. But you'll notice that she also has a little bit of triangles with her because she's very sharp when provoked, I guess is a good way of saying it. She doesn't like being provoked, but she will not like just be a doormat is, I guess, a good way of putting it. Her dog's name is Sawmill, and Sawmill is a little doggy. It's a doggy jacket. And you'll notice that with a lot of the shapes I have for Sawmill, it's very like triangular, of course, because it's a very dangerous creature. But Sawmill is also very round. The triangularness is mostly subtle. it's mostly to convey that it is a kind of a fucking dangerous creature, and it should probably be noticed that it's kind of it can bite. It's a doggy. It's a doggy that is mostly a row of teeth, so you know that's a lot more scary. But you can also notice that it's very friend shaped as well. Like I think that's the main shape of Sawmill, is that it is roundy. The rounded like edges, rounded paws, rounded tail, the eye, the teeth are even rounded. It's a very good boy. It's a very good boy. It's doggy. You also notice as well that she is also like has rounded squares. A lot of the squares are very rounded on purpose because she is a nice person. It's just that she's introverted. Who are the other two? Her name is V. She is someone that is obviously inspired by Hada Hada Hadako from Fooly Cooly. And she is based off a lot of characters. She is a combination of a primary two. V I think Baxter Ricken from a D&D campaign that I was in. Let me quickly grab her design. See, this was Baxter Ricken in the D&D campaign I was in. And also a combination of this character to the right over here. Who was named Devon, I believe. Essentially, they both got consolidated into this one character that is, they both kind of already had the same personality anyways. They're also very short. Their main color was pink. I thought it might as well just consolidate the both into having it be this one character that worked very well. She was now like a rock star. She was now just like a traveling character that just like went around places. And a failed rock star. Let me quickly point out she's not very popular, and for a lot of reasons. And then we have over here Franziska Schmidt. Smith. So Schmidt SCHMIT. Is that Schmidt or is that Smith? I think it's Schmidt. Yes, Schmidt. There we go. How chat spelled it? Schmidt. That's Schmidt, right? Am I wrong, or is that Smith? Smith. I made the last name, but I never really kind of, put in the knowledge of pronunciation. This is Franziska, however you say the last name. She is not any character that anyone would know, but she is the main character of the story that I want to make with these characters. And she is basically someone that wants to go home to her mom. And that's the best summary of what her deal is. She's an escaped military school student, escaped military person, that just didn't want to be in the military anymore and kind of just fucking punched out the lights of an officer on the way out because they were blocking her way. And she just like, and she has been on the run ever since. But she mostly just wants to visit her mom. She mostly just wants to see her mom. And that's the basic premise of her. That's her only goal in the story. when I make it. It's just I want to see my mom, because I think that's I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. There's gonna be, of course, like some twists and turns about it, but I think having a nice goal like that is, especially something that is as seemingly lighthearted, is nice. But yeah, oh, hold on, let me actually pull her back up again, because I was talking about shape language and how I use that in character designs. She is squares and triangles, baby. You'll see that all over her character design. She's triangles and squares. She is very defensive, and she is very willing to fucking punch out a guy. She is on the run from the fucking police, because she punched out an officer on the way out of her military base, and she knows, and she has been planning this trip to visit her mother and be out of the view of any authorities, like, for a while. And she is she is just very, very stoic in that nature of going. And you also see that with V here. She's very triangles. She is all triangles, baby. She is all sharps and edges. She is very violent. She makes up for the defensive bits that the defensive and scared bits of Franziska. Franziska's like, she's been preparing, but she is a little bit like fucking frightened. V is very much into this. They are both a traveling duo in this story that I'm gonna make. Because V was meant to be the getaway driver and did not know what she was signing up for, because they used to be old friends. V used to like babysit fucking Franziska, and that's how they knew each other. And it's awesome. Yay. I'm not gonna spill everything about this story, but these are my OCs. Hooray. And here's some other OCs with some more shapes. You see with Dustin here, very triangles. Once again, very, very much a person that wants to be left alone and is very violent about it. Very triangles and very squares, rounded, not very, very edgy squares. Roseanne here is very round, and that's just because she likes being very round and very, very sharps on some edges, and that's because she is insane, but she also very much enjoys making art and wants to show other people how to make art. But she lives in a fucking cave, so. And then we have Ollie here, who is she is basically a superhero that lives in the fucking woods. Superhero in quotes, because she doesn't really have any powers other than being made of honey. And you can see that she's very she's very much a lot of shapes, but the most predominant ones are the triangles and the sharp edges. She's very much a boxy build. That is, you'll notice quickly that she is very much a someone that is superhero. That is all about defending the people. And I would like to also like compare these to their original designs. These were the original designs from when I had a whole entire different style. This is what I was working off of when I was remaking the designs. Look at this. Sorry, I like to talk about my progression in art. It's so fun. I've become a genuinely astounding artist in my own right, and I find that beautiful. If you should always work towards becoming an artist that you are proud of being, and I'm very proud of being the artist I am today. Alright, continuing where I left off with this. Yes, make sure, chat, if it is late for you to go to bed. These are the Midnight Marcies, not to stay the fuck awake and chat with me, Marcies. I just like streaming at midnight. And if that ain't for you, then that's fine. Have a good one. Thank you for coming on by. I always appreciate it. And make sure to stop by on next time. Have a good one. Let me turn up the music. Yeah. I finally put Ina Dream Barbecue stuff on my soundtrack.
Some say I was a major threat with claws. They call me Fire Eater. I used to be a shining symbol of bravery, but now he's just not here. The crowd is calling, shouting, that's our cowboy Malik destiny. But I just can't quite remember if that name fits me. Then that roaring tide came crashing down on us, a violent weather leaving all our memories damaged. Scattered
Hold on.
Oh, music stopped again. Shucks.
If I grow my hair out, if I shave my face down to the bone, will you love me more than the love that I've known? If I'd only been born with my own set of hips, maybe I'd trust you to love me and I wouldn't feel so fucking irrelevant. Am I a girl enough for you? Does my trans body repulse you? I'd like to think that you like me for me, but I just don't
trust myself to wait and see. I'm building a body that I'll love someday, and I hope that you'll like it too. I wish I was strong enough to say that I don't care what you think, but I do. Do you think that I look like a boy? Do you think when you call me that I won't get annoyed? 'Cause every intimate moment is a second guess, and I'm falling to pieces with every breath. And I know you say you love me, but will I taste you lie in every kiss? Am I a girl enough for you?
Does my trans body boast to you?
I like to think that you like me for me, but I just don't believe in me. Close your eyes, you'll be here soon. Itchy knees and cheek of phone. Doki doki hon Tony netai. Demo kono wa do dekinai.
beats inside my head. Oh, Yasumi, close your eyes and you'll leave this dream. Oh, Yasumi, I know
It's kind of cool. Hmm.
Blood! Blood, 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 blood. How are y'all doing? Hi. I'm so entranced by it, trying to figure out this animation. Alright. Let's just fit everything in. That's cool. I'm gonna put everything on 4s. There we go. There we go. Groovy. I don't... Let's fucking delete this. There we go. Cool. I think that's enough animation practice. Spin. Alright. No, that was actually really nice. That felt really nice to do. Oh, hey, hold on. Did I also try to do that on this? Yeah, okay. I try to animate like this specific. I think the spin really does make it look cooler. Cool. Cool. That's the bee's knees. Oh, fuck it. Oh, yeah, duh. Ugh. That felt nice. I really gotta, like, animate some stuff to some dialogue. I think that'd be much more fun than trying to fucking just... What is it called? Just trying to figure out timings by themselves. Cause I mean that is good, but some like timings based off of words is also, you know, that's good practice. What the fuck is this also a file for? Alright. I think I'm fucking done. Nothing really, I think I just really wanted to do some animation practice. I really wanted to get this idea out of my head. That's really all I wanted to do. Nothing much, honestly. I'll do some more eventful streams, I promise. I'll do some more progress on a lot more stuff, I promise. But for now, that's all I wanted to do. I'm gonna go raid at someone now. Hold on. Hi. There's a lot of background stuff, a lot of behind the scenes stuff I gotta do, such as fixing up the model so that it doesn't, you know, do that. Also possibly optimizing it, and figuring out how I can do some more crazy, interesting animation stuff with it. Because the bouncy stuff is cool, But also maybe it'd be a little bit cooler to also just like animate some stuff with it on top of it. As well as that, I with this update to the thing, I want to do the lip sync thing, so that'll be fun to figure out. But anyways, thank you all. Thank you all for coming. I'm gonna raid someone. Iowa, Iowa, Iowa.
I'll say the Wacko version.
Wow, this person's been fucking streaming for hours. But I'll still raid them. I think this is my friend. Yes, I think this is my friend. Thank you all for coming to the stream. Thank you all for showing your support. It means a lot. It really does mean a lot. Especially because I've been so unreliable. I want to be more reliable, and I'll make sure that it becomes more apparent in the future that my efforts are being shown. There's gonna be a lot more stuff. It's just a lot. A lot has to be done, and that requires me to do. It's just a lot, and hopefully, with the move, with everything coming to a head, things will be fucking fantastic. I'm so excited for the future. Anyways, I'm sleepy. Bye bye. Grown ass woman. Fucking hell.